Welcome to this explainer. Look, I need you to take a deep breath and really just give me your complete attention for the next few minutes. Treat this not just as another random thing you're consuming today, but as a high-stakes intervention for your own mind. Because we are living in a deeply, deeply distracted world. And today, we're going to unpack exactly how that distraction is engineered, what it's actively costing you, and most importantly, how you can take your power back. We're diving into a reality that affects pretty much every single one of us every single day. We are caught in the dopamine trap. And guys, this isn't science fiction. This is your life right now.
So what is the scariest addiction in 2026? When we hear that word addiction, our brains usually jump straight to the obvious stuff, right? Drugs, alcohol, gambling. But what if I told you the most widespread, literally the most terrifying addiction today doesn't come in a bottle or a pill? It's sitting right there in their pocket. It's dopamine. And the truly scary part, most people are completely addicted to it without even realizing it. They walk around thinking they're totally in control, but their behavior, their actual daily habits, tell a completely different story.
Section 1, the invisible addiction, the war for your attention. Let's take a look at how this unseen battle plays out in the modern world every single morning. So dopamine addiction is basically the compulsive need for constant digital stimulation, instant pleasure, and distraction. Just think about the normal morning routine these days. Billions of people wake up, open their eyes, and what's literally the very first thing they do? They instantly reach for their phones. They check messages, they start scrolling social media, maybe watch a few 15-second videos. But let's look at what's actually happening chemically inside your brain in those moments. Every single time you swipe to a new video or see a notification pop up, your brain releases a microdose of dopamine. It's a neurotransmitter that makes you feel this brief, fleeting sense of reward. But here's the catch. That hit fades instantly, leaving a deficit. So what do? You swipe again and again. You're chasing this quick, bite-sized entertainment before your feet have even touched the floor. And the harsh truth is, you aren't doing it because you genuinely want to. You're doing it because your brain has become unconsciously wired to crave that neurochemical hit. You're hooked on the dopamine.
Moving on to Section 2, brain overload, a mind not built for 2026. The fact is, we're all operating with biological hardware that is severely outdated for the environment we're living in today. Our brain is literally under constant attack. I mean, we are subjected to endless scrolling, constant notifications, and instant pleasure every single second. Now, the problem we're facing isn't the entertainment itself. Entertainment is fine in moderation. The real issue is the sheer, unadulterated overload of it all. You have to remember, human brains evolved over hundreds of thousands of years to seek out scarce rewards in a harsh, unforgiving environment. Finding sweet food or learning a new survival trick, that triggered dopamine to keep us alive. Our brains were never, ever designed to process an infinite, bottomless feed of novel information and immediate gratification. When you take an ancient biological system and subject it to an unnatural, relentless barrage of digital stimuli, it doesn't just adapt gracefully, it shorts out. Your baseline for stimulation gets pushed so high that nothing normal can even come close to satisfying it.
And because of this severe artificial overload, a really chilling reality sets in. Real life starts feeling boring. Your brain gets so flooded with massive unearned spikes of dopamine that the baseline of what actually excites you gets completely warped. Slowly, day by day, hour by hour, your ability to focus just vanishes. Your discipline weakens. Think about the everyday moments that used to bring you joy. A deep conversation with a friend, sitting down with a physical book, just going for a quiet walk without your headphones on. Those things can no longer compete with the hyper-stimulating algorithmic slot machine you carry in your pocket. Because they don't give you a massive dopamine spike every 3 seconds, your brain starts perceiving them as painful or dull. You literally become numb to the real world.
Which brings us to Section 3, the destruction of ambition, the hidden cost of easy pleasure. This is by far the most dangerous, insidious part of the whole equation, and it's happening quietly all around us.
You know, we all joke about having goldfish attention spans, but the reality of dopamine overload is severe, and it's life-altering. Hard work physically hurts. You quit faster. Your attention span absolutely plummets, and you suffer from constant mental exhaustion. But why does this actually happen? Well, because when your brain gets a constant, on-demand drip of easy, unearned pleasure, the friction of actual effort becomes intolerable. Your brain essentially asks you, hey, why would I struggle for 2 hours to learn a complex new skill or grind through a difficult project when I can get a massive, effortless hit of joy right now just by swiping my thumb? That neurochemical shortcut is exactly why people give up on their goals faster today than ever before. It's why they can't focus on a single task for more than 10 minutes. And it's why they feel a state of constant crushing mental exhaustion, even when they've done absolutely nothing productive all day. Their brain chemistry is completely tapped out from processing thousands of useless digital inputs.
But listen, there is a way out. Section 4, focus as a superpower, the mindset of the successful. Let's shift gears for a second and look at the highly successful individuals who recognize this trap and just violently refuse to fall into it.
The contrast in today's society is just stark. On one side, you've got the masses engaged in endless consumption. But on the other, you have the few who are dedicated to building, learning, creating, and growing. Highly successful people understand a fundamental, incredibly powerful truth about the modern world. Focus is currency. Attention is power. They recognize that their attention is the absolute most valuable asset they possess, and they fiercely, ruthlessly protect their minds from constant distraction. And how do they do it? By engineering their environments. They use strict deep work windows. They turn off every non-essential notification on their devices. They physically leave their phones in another room when they need to think. While the masses are wasting their lives passively consuming endless, meaningless content, the few who actually retain their focus are using those exact same hours to compound their skills and build their futures. They're learning, they're creating, they are actively growing.
Which means you have a choice to make. Section 5, reclaiming your mind, taking back control. Guys, it is entirely possible to rewire your brain, and that process starts today. Here is your concrete roadmap to recovery. You don't need to throw your phone into the ocean or move off the grid to a cabin in the woods. What you actually need is intentional control over your environment and your habits. Step 1, radically reduce mindless scrolling. You have to catch yourself when you open an app on autopilot and immediately close it. Step 2, spend time in silence. Let your brain experience zero stimulation. Biologically speaking, taking time away from constant inputs allows your dopamine receptors to upregulate, which means they finally reset to normal levels. Now, it's going to feel highly uncomfortable and super boring at first, but that boredom is exactly what heals your brain. Step 3, read more. Deep, sustained reading forces your brain to concentrate on one linear thought for a prolonged period. It rebuilds your cognitive stamina. And step 4, actively train your focus again. Treat your attention span like a physical muscle that has severely atrophied. Start with just 20 minutes of deep focus, then 30, then an hour. You have to take these tactical steps because your future completely depends on what controls your attention right now.
Make no mistake, right now there is a war happening for your mind. At this very second, giant tech companies, brilliantly manipulative engineers, and complex apps are all fighting a multi-billion-dollar battle for your attention. Advanced algorithms want your time. The distraction economy desperately wants your future. And if you do not step up, draw a line in the sand, and take control, you're gonna wake up one day, 10 years from now, realizing you wasted the absolute prime years of your life chasing temporary digital dopamine hits that meant absolutely nothing. I want you to burn this quote into your memory. Focus is currency, attention is power. As we navigate through 2026 and beyond, the strongest, most incredibly successful people in the room won't be the loudest, they won't be the ones with the most followers, the flashiest posts, or the shortest response times. They'll be the quiet ones, the ones who possess the incredibly rare ability to sit down, shut out the noise, ignore the digital slot machines, and actually focus on deep work in a deeply distracted world. That is the real superpower now. So I leave you with this final critical question. Will you waste years chasing temporary dopamine, or will you take back control of your future? The choice is entirely yours, but the clock is ticking on your potential. If you are truly serious about taking back control of your mind, mastering your focus, and reclaiming your life, then you need to subscribe to Gask Daily Motivation right now, because the next explainer might completely change the way you think. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and I'll see you next time.